Good evening, 2K enjoyers. I'm back with another NBA 2K23 My League video. I'm by myself today, no Levi in this video. So, in honor of the FIBA ball going on right now, shout out Team USA. That's where I'm from. We're gonna actually pay some homage to our friends up north, Canada. We're building an all-Canadian team in my league. Now, this is a fantasy draft, so I'm gonna go ahead and just spam around here, see if I can get a team. Doesn't matter. I'm going with the Wizards. So the Wizards, we're pretty far down here. We have the 11th pick. We're just going to go ahead and sim the draft. Does not matter who we get because we have to play players only from Canada. They'd be born in Canada. So our team is Devin Booker, Jalen Brunson, Rudy Gobert, Jeremy Grant, Tyus Jones, Jeremy Sohan, Max Strus, Alec Burks, Dwight Powell, Isaac Okoro. And yeah, off the top of my head, I don't think anybody here is from Canada. Okay, yeah, so I have a list up here of all active Canadian players in the NBA. None of these guys are on the list, so we had to get a completely new team. Now, obviously, the top guy is going to be Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. So Shea does play for the Golden State Warriors, and I mean, obviously, our best asset right now is to give him Devin Booker. Straight up, will that work? No, they don't. They don't even want Devin Booker. They're the same overall. Actually, Shea makes less money, but he is younger. So we'll see if I can give him maybe a young player here if they like that. Okay, holy cow! I just put everything out there for Shea. So we're gonna do a transaction report. Yeah, okay, so I traded Devin Booker, three first-round picks, Jeremy Sohan and Edmund Summer for Shea and Otto Porter. That was a lot. That was definitely a lot, but Shea is quite literally the guy you need for this. So the next guy I'm going to get is a young player, young, but I think he's going to fit pretty well alongside Shea. And this is not where he plays from there in real life. So guys, I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. I am talking indeed about Shaden Sharp. Let's see. Okay, they have nothing they want to trade finder. So he's 4.5 trade value. The only thing I can think is maybe like a. Ooh, do I want to give him Max Strus? That's obviously not going to be enough. I've been trying for a while now. They have Shaden Sharp as untouchable, so I just don't think I'm going to be able to trade for him. I really want to have him, but it's not going to work out. The next guy on my list is R.J. Barrett. He's been RJ's been very up and down in the league in his career. I still think there's proof. There's time for him, but I don't think he's going to turn into that all-star star. What the New York Knicks thought he was going to be, which is it's okay. Not everybody can be like that. So after a bunch of trading, I actually found a trade for Andrew Wiggins, who we all know is a great. I mean, he was great for the Warriors in that championship run. We're sending Jalen Brunson, Alec Burks, and a second-round pick for Andrew Wiggins and OG Anunoby. Now, OG cannot be on this team, but I feel like he's going to have really good trade value. So we have Shea, we have Andrew Wiggins. I mean, we got two guys. The problem is like guys like Jeremy Grant and Rudy Gobert are not high overalls, but they have massive contracts. So it has been kind of hard to trade them so far. I'm trying to add some second round picks here. I'm trying to get Andrew Nemhard. Just gonna be a bench player for us, but there's not as many Canadian players as I thought there were. So we kind of need anybody we can get. And like the fact we have to give out picks for Andrew Nemhard is not something I really wanted to do. And I don't even think we're going to be able to get him even if we give all our second round picks. Yeah, so I'm going to have to find somebody cheap to give them because he only makes $2 million a year. So I did always forget, Chris Boucher is Canadian, and we got to get rid of Rudy Gobert. This contract is insane. There's nothing else I could do. So if I can only get Chris Boucher, I can only get Chris Boucher. So we got Shea, Wiggins, and Boucher pretty much. And then we have Dwight Powell, who I forgot. Dwight Powell is Canadian, so he can stay. Now, I want to get Jamal Murray too, but I don't know if we're going to be able to like realistically get Jamal Murray. And we're actually going to trade Tyus Jones and Marion Beauchamp for Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who's also Canadian. I still want to get Jamal Murray. I've been looking through, haven't really found any good trades for him yet. We have a trade here that we're going to add an exception, but it's Jeremy Grant, OG Anunoby, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who we are giving away, but we are getting Jamal Murray and Ben Simmons. So, I mean, as much as I would like to have Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jamal Murray is just obviously the better player. So I think we're actually going to move Shea to the 2 then, and that way we can have a lineup of. We'll go over here to the coach lineup. Yeah, we have Jamal Murray, Shea, Andrew Wiggins, Chris Boucher. This is a Canadian starting 5. Okay, I have the Canadian starting 5. Is it great? No, we definitely need help with the big men, but there's just not really many better big men, Canadian big men in the league. And then the bench, obviously, none of these guys are Canadian, I believe, so they all got to go. Tristan Thompson was pretty easy. He's a free agent. And we need big men, so that was a pretty easy one. We trade finder for Brandon Clark. We can get Isaac Okoro and Tristan Thompson for Brandon Clark and a first-round pick. I just signed Tristan Thompson, but Brandon Clark's going to be much better backup center. So that's an easy trade for us. And, our team's kind of coming together now. We're going to, okay, yeah, so we have Brandon Clark off the bench. So, yeah, we have six Canadian players. We're going to run a 10-man rotation. I'm going to see if I can trade Max Strus straight up for Kelly Olynyk. No, they don't want that. I mean, we did get a pick. I don't know if we could maybe throw in somebody like a Kenny Lofton Jr. No, they just can't take on any money at all. So we'll see if we can throw a pick in here. We have, I don't really want to throw in a first round pick. Can we maybe get a couple seconds in here? Okay, yeah, so it took 3 second round picks, but we did get Kelly Olynyk on a team who might, yeah, okay, so he's going to be on the bench as well. So we have our 2 big men off the bench. Now we just need some guards. So I really wanted Andrew Nimhard, but I'll look maybe getting Nikhil Alexander-Walker back. So I don't know how I could have possibly forgot about the man, Dylan Brooks. They said he was going to be in China, but we're going to go ahead and trade Bruce Brown straight up for him possibly. And they're not interested. That is ugly for them. How do they not want that? I don't know. We don't have any picks. I don't really want to give up a first round pick, but we did. We got Dylan Brooks on the team. He's definitely going to come off the bench. Oh, they actually have Wiggins coming off the bench. I might move Wiggins onto the 4 just to make our lineup a little bit better. So I did sign Jabari Walker because he was a free agent with a second round pick possibly. And they really want Dwight Powell, but I can't give up Dwight Powell. Okay, so I can trade Dwayne Dedmon in the second round pick for Corey Joseph. You guys have no idea how long I've been sitting here trying to get trades together for this team. I mean, I did make a trade for Gabe Vincent. I got rid of Jeremy Grant, big contract for a little bit smaller one. So I got to get rid of him, and I got to get rid of some of these younger guys for some Canadian players. So I'm trading Gabe Vincent and City Tisco. I butchered that for Trey Lyles, who was Canadian. I'm like 99% sure. I'm gonna double check myself, but I'm like almost he's Canadian. So that's actually gonna help out our bench. We do have a lot of big men coming off our bench with. I mean, Wiggins, I don't know why they still have him. I might have him start over Boucher. So we have Boucher, Olynyk, Trey Lyles, and Brandon Clark. We have a lot of big men. Tony Bradley isn't going to play, and Corey Joseph. I'm going to see if I can get another guard, but I don't know. All right, so after trying multiple trades many, many different times, this is about as best I can get. So we're going to run a lineup of Jamal Murray, Shea, Dylan Brooks, Chris Boucher, Dwight Powell. That way you can have Andrew Wiggins coming off the bench. We get a little bit of a wing off the bench. Kelly Olynyk, Trey Lyles, Brandon Clark, and then Corey Joseph is going to be our backup point guard. Are we going to be good? I don't know. I'm hoping these two can carry us, and then like Wiggins off the bench is pretty decent. The wing position, especially the center position, was not as stacked as I quite remember it being. So we're here at the end of the season. Jokic is the MVP with 21-point triple-double. That's what he does. Brandon Miller, Zach Collins won 6 Man of the Year. Bam, Alperen Sengun. So we didn't get anybody. But we are on the Wizards. And yeah, we have Shea as All-NBA first team, averaging 29, 9.5, 9.9. That's almost a 30-point triple-double. Shooting crazy. I don't know if we'll have anybody else. We might get Jamal Murray, but I seriously doubt it. Yeah, we didn't get anybody else on there. Shea's actually all-defensive first team. I didn't even realize he was averaging 2 steals and a block and a half a game. Insane. We ended up being we're not even, we're the 7th seed. We did fall off. We were the 4th seed. But I'm going to go look at our team stats. Well, I'll go here do the play-in, see if we can at least we did win, right? Yeah, okay. So we're taking on the Atlanta Hawks. And, I'm going to get through the round here. Oh, it's going to go ahead and start the round. I didn't want to do that at all. I didn't want to do that at all. They got Scoot, Jordan Poole, Zach LaVine, Katie Bates-Diop, and Bam. I mean, obviously they got us in the front court, so I'm a little worried about that, but our back court is just 10 times better. I wanted to go through the season stats, so we're just going to kind of go through this way. We saw what Shea was averaging, 29.9. That's great. Jamal Murray, 24.5, 4 rebounds, 7.5 assists. He was actually really passing the ball this year. Andrew Wiggins was pretty good this year. Kind of a fall from the past couple of years, but he's a little bit down in the options now. And he came off the bench. Kelly Olynyk was fine. Dylan Brooks is okay. Like, his defensive stats just weren't really, like, he didn't really do much of anything like that. And then Corey Joseph, not great. Brandon Clark got a huge minute reduction, not great. But we are taking on the Atlanta Hawks. We are down 2-1. We're tied at 2-2. Game 5, we lose. Game 6, we lose. Okay, so we did lose. I'm going to see if I can maybe do one more year, run this team back. So what we're going to have to worry about is we're losing Corey Joseph and Kelly Olynyk. Kelly Olynyk, I don't think it's really that big of a deal we lose, but then again, we do need the players. We just don't have cap room. We are seriously behind in cap room, and I don't know if there's anybody even out here that I could get that I would want. So we did get Corey Joe back on a 1-year deal, and Kelly Olynyk's going to come back in a 3-year, $18 million deal. we really needed somebody. This team, I'm not gonna lie, this Canadian team's not very good. Shea got better, Jamal Murray. So the problem here is Kelly Olynyk gets worse by 1, which is fine. He's still playable. Dwight Powell by 2. It's kind of rough. Don't worry about Brent Ford. Corey Joe stayed at a 74, thank God. I thought he was really going to regress. So we're looking at a team with Jamal Murray, Shea, Dylan Brooks, Andrew Wiggins, Brandon Clark, Chris Boucher, Trey Lyles, Kelly Olynyk, Dwight Powell, and Corey Joseph. Basically all but the same team as last year. We got Brandon Clark starting now, who he barely got any minutes last year, and Wiggins starting now. I don't know if it's going to be any different. I think for some reason, just because of some progression here, I think we are a better team. So I'm going to go ahead and sim to the end of the season and see how we are. Here at the end of season 2, Jokic has another 25-point triple-double, even better than last year. I don't think we're going to have anybody on here from the Wizards. That makes me cringe as a Lakers fan. That's gross. Shaedon Sharpe, a guy we really did want, couldn't get him, unfortunately. Shea is still All-NBA first team because he's just that good. He averaged 39, and so he basically did the same thing he did last year. Actually, more steals. He shot almost 50. He's 50, 40, 90. He shot almost 50, 50, 90. If we're being completely honest, that's fantastic from him. I don't think we're going to have anybody else, but I think we were better this year. Yeah, we were the 5 seed this year, which is fantastic. We go ahead and send the play. We're taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round of the playoffs. Obviously, Jamal Murray, Shea, Dylan Brooks, Andrew Wiggins, Brandon Clark. Team just looks a little bit better. Going against Kobe Buffkin, Mikal Bridges, Hamidou Diallo, Paolo, and Rudy Gobert, who we did have on our team. I think this is a team we 100% should be beating. We'll go through game 1. We won game 1 by 15 as Shea had almost a 40-point triple-double. Insane. Actually, I didn't even look at the player stats again. Jamal Murray was a better player this year. He averaged 28 points, 4, 7.5, shot much better. Andrew Wiggins back to a full-time starting role. Actually dropped off a little bit. Not really sure what's going on with that. Kelly Olynyk, another good year. Yeah, Dylan Brooks, who still isn't shooting. I mean, at least had a steal. Brandon Clark, not much. I mean, I guess he was better. He's up to 6 points, 6 rebounds. Still not shooting the ball from 3 very well. But besides that, we won game 1. Game 2, we lose. Okay, game 3, we need to win this one. We do. Game 4, win. No, we lost. Game 5, we lose again. Game 6, we're going to simcast this once it lets me. We're going to simcast this. At the end of the first quarter, we're up. We're up by quite a bit, actually. I think we're going to run away with this game pretty handily. Never mind, it's down to a 7-point game, but we're going to finish it out. We're going to a game 7, and this game 7 should be in Cleveland, I believe. We're going to simcast, get the simcast luck. Okay, we're not jumping in now. We'll only jump in if it's the finals or the conference finals, which I think I don't have to worry about because we're going to get there. We beat them up pretty handily. They came back a little bit there in the end, but we had that. We're on to round 2 to face the Atlanta Hawks, the number 1 seed, who have Scoot Henderson, Jordan Poole, Zach LaVine, Jonathan Kuminga, Bam Adebayo. I'm pretty sure this is the team that beat us last year. I'm almost positive, and they got better. So I'm not really too, not looking forward to it. We lost game 1. We win game 2. We lose game 3. Come on, game 4. No, we lose game 4. Game 5, we did lose. It's all right. The Hawks are probably, James Harden back on the Thunder, and actually James Harden gets a championship on the Thunder. It's kind of funny how that went the full circle. But unfortunately, Team Canada could not do it. I tried. We needed some more big men. We needed some more wings outside of, our guards were great, but that was kind of it. Sorry about that, Canada. I let your country down. But I'm going to do a little plug here. My Twitter/X is Cloud2K, where I post basketball content, just things like that. Or you guys can go to my TikTok, which is Lord Tachanka. I post Rainbow Six Siege content on there with my friends. So if you guys are interested, please, the links will be down in the bio below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.